my name is Nicola. I am simply a stitcher. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, it's great to have you, and if you are returning, thank you for coming and spending a little bit more time with me today. So you may have noticed that today I am not in my stitchy spot. I am not in my living room. I am in my kitchen, my lovely new kitchen, which I absolutely really do enjoy spending time in. However, I'm not cooking today. Today is the day, finally, that somebody's having a bath. So today I am going to, just get that extra thread off there. I am going to be washing Maui Princess. She desperately needs a wash after having been stitched on it for over 2 years. It's got 2 years worth of hand oil. No matter how clean you are, your hands still release oil onto your stitching. It's also gridded fabric, so we do need to wash that off as well. So how am I going to do it? So I have 2 towels, one thick, one not so thick. I'm going to use a thick one first, but first of all we're going to give her her bath. So, in a sink that's been cleaned to within an inch of its life, we are going to be running some hand hot water. Come on, get warm. Taking it a wee moment. And adding some colour fast washing liquid, because I don't use powder. This is just a biological wash powder that I would use ordinarily for my clothes. And the water it's hot enough that I can put my hands in it, but not too hot that I'm getting burned. So, when you're washing a piece like this, it's very important that you don't scrunch it up, because when you start to dry it, leave it flat to dry, in my experience, the scrunch marks have stayed in it and they've not come out. So what I'm going to do with this, I'm just going to fold her into 4, and in she goes. So I am not putting any sort of scrunchy action. I'm just literally using my hands, and already the water is coming up dirty. Refold her in the opposite way. You know when you got net curtains down and put them through the wash and all the yellow stuff comes out? It's almost like that. That water, I don't know if you can see, it's cloudy already. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave her to soak for a little while, and that will be taking out the grid lines and also working in where the dirt is, and hopefully loosening it up. And we're going to leave her for about an hour or so and then come back, and I'm going to change the water. So we'll see you in a little while. Okay, so it's had a bit of time, and as you can see, I don't know how much you can see actually, the water is a little bit murky. So we're going to give her a rinse, but pretty much now all of the magic guide has come out. I can still see some of the marks from my friction pen, but that will come out when I iron it. But oh my gosh, look at that dirty water. We're definitely needing that bath. So the next stage is to rinse out soap with just some clean water, and we're going to leave it to soak for a little while in the clean before then. Look how much brighter these colours are looking already. Before then we fetch her out and we'll get her to dry, and then we'll see how she's looking. Look at that. It's even gone cloudy, just rinsing her out. Oh, yeah. So we're going to come back in a short while and we'll take her out, flatten, and get her out to dry, and then we'll be looking at in the upcoming days of giving her a press and getting her ready for finishing. If I was doing a much bigger piece than this, anything really bigger than the Maui Princess, then I wouldn't be in my kitchen, I'd be in my bathroom, because I am one of those people that whenever I'm washing a stitching piece, I don't ever, you know, I don't put it in the washing machine. I've always hand washed, but I don't, as I said earlier, I don't scrunch them up. So we try and keep them either flat or folded to prevent any wrinkle damage to them. You know, everybody's going to find their own way of cleaning a piece, but for me, this is the way that works for me, and this is the way that's worked for my pieces that I've done so far. So let her have a rinse, and then in a little while we'll take her out and we'll get her ready to dry. But already I can see the colours are coming through, and yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the end result. Okay, so part 3 of how I'm washing my pieces. So Maui Princess has had a good old soak. We are free of wash powder or washing liquid, and there's no residue left. The water is coming out nice and clean. So my next stage is to get her out of the water and start with the drying process. So I have my thick towel and out she comes. And then the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to squeeze out the excess water. Just flatten her out. So with a thick towel, I just do a very gentle roll, again not to add any folds or anything to the piece. So just a little roll, like you're rolling out pastry, up for a kitchen, isn't it? So a little bit of a roll, just to get as much moisture out as possible. And then you might want to come across here and just take some closer shots of it here. So now we've squeezed out the vast majority of the water, what I'm going to do is, the last stage for me is I'm going to transfer her to a nice clean towel, and then I'm going to leave her to dry flat. And then what I'll do is on the reverse side, I'll do a gentle press to take out, because obviously you can see here where it's been folded to go in and out of the water. But these lines will relax as it dries, and yeah, as I'm sure you can agree, she's looking a lot brighter now. I can still see some of the friction pen lines, but the iron will bring those out because they are heat erasable. But all of the Magic Guide has gone from the edges, so it's now essentially looks like it was stitched on a plain piece of fabric. And that is her. That is our Maui Princess, all ready now just to dry out and iron. And as soon as I've got her dried, got her ironed, got her backed and made into a hanging, a wall hanging, which is what I want to do, I will of course show her on the channel on a floss tube update. So I hope you found this useful. As I said, this is just the way that I would do it. Everybody has their own way in how they deal with stitch pieces once they're done. But yeah, we're very happy with her. She looks lovely and bright, and certainly smells a lot better for having a bath. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you on the next one.